Hello, FYE 105. Here is some feedback from Unit 14. This was an interesting session that talked broadly about your overall wellness in college, and I thought it was really helpful to address some issues beyond just the intellectual demands of college. What you see here in front of us is the class average from those of you who completed the wellness inventory, and I thought some of the outliers were kind of interesting. You know, the class average, generally people rank themselves between a 6 and a 7. A 6.5 is probably about the overall score. But look at some of the outliers. Ethical was 8.07, and I thought that spoke highly of you for many reasons, but mostly I think it speaks to the fact that I believe fundamentally people try to be good and try to do the right thing. And although certainly there are people who don't, I don't think there are that many people who wake up in the morning and say, I want to be a bad person. Maybe there are lots of people who need help in understanding what it means to be a successful, productive adult, but nobody starts off saying they don't want to be that. One of the other lessons from this chapter deals with the physical, and as a class you were fairly low, 5.4 as the overall average for physical wellness. And you know, I think you all should consider riding a bike, joining a gym, taking the dog for a walk. Being physically active makes you feel like a better person and makes you act like a better person. And the more you can get some physical activity in, you know, please do so. And the personal thing was also a little bit high, and I think that may reflect more than anything the overall average. If you look at that definition of the personal, it was really talking about your sense of self-concept and your sense of self-worth. And your identity as a person, I think, becomes more firm the older you get. Our class, if you look at our average age, many of us are younger, just starting out, 17, 18, but there are many members of this class who are adults and are no doubt a lot more assured of their sense of self-concept. I've got a clip here from the conclusion to the chapter, and I think these first several points really are worth noting, and I just want to just do a shout out to our authors. I mean, do pay attention to nutrition. You are what you eat. And I see too many Americans who just rely on fast food and don't spend time trying to eat healthy, and you can do that. Try to be more physically active, and don't cheat on sleep. You know, there are lots of, you know, the story of the college student who burns the midnight candle at both ends and is up all night. You know, there are times where you have to go without sleep, but it's not going to make you into a better person. It's not going to make you into a better college student. And then the last 2 points about drinking alcohol responsibly and basic sexual health are also worth emphasizing as well. There are plenty of younger students who misuse alcohol, and it creates lots of problems. And we as a culture probably could do a better job of teaching people to be respectful of themselves and their bodies. Well, let's move on to looking ahead. We're going to finish up next week with Unit 15. Unit 15 will bring your career research project to an end. And the only thing beyond that you have is a final exam, which will be proctored. Now, a couple notes on proctored exams. One reason why I'm having you come in to a testing center to take an exam is that experience is very common for students in online classes. So I want to give you the experience of what it's like to take a proctored exam now, so that when you're in another class in the future, you'll be ready to do it well. Most testing centers require students to schedule in advance, and if you haven't scheduled your exam, you need to do so now. Here at Bluegrass, we offer a walk-in service. It's on our Leestown campus, and scheduling is not required. However, that's really an outlier. Most colleges around the state, and I know not everybody here will be taking the exam in Lexington, most other places you need to schedule that in advance, so do so now. Bluegrass has a process where students can go online to schedule their exams. Other colleges, it varies, and all those directions are found right here by clicking this link for proctoring information. And those of you who are at other colleges, you'll see information there for how to go and do proctoring elsewhere. In fact, I'm going to bring you in here. This is the stuff on our website, and outside the BCTC service area, here is a link that shows a list of all the proctoring centers around the state and people to call in order to schedule exams. So for those of you at Jefferson, I've got a couple Jefferson students, you use this proctor request form. It varies student by student. Well, this concludes week 14. Good luck finishing up, and I wish you the very best moving forward.